welcome to the unboxing of the Fireface UFX Plus. This is the newest version available. This is out in 2020. It's been out for a while, but it has a difference between this one and the other one, the UFX 2, which was the second version. This has the Thunderbolt and USB 3 capability, so if you have a PC with a Thunderbolt or USB 3, it can actually handle all the channels. Otherwise, it will be using the USB 2 with a little slightly different number of channels. Okay, let's proceed with the unboxing so you can find what's actually inside the box. Brand new. All right. Okay, let's see. Just unbox here. Okay, first of all we have the unit itself, which is just one single rack space. It is not very bulky. It's just one single rack space. Protection here, all the way, all the way. Right here is the box, okay, out of the box. On the back we have all these connections. Okay, here on the back we have the insert for the plug for the current, for the power. The power supply is actually universally, so you can see you can both use it in the United States or in Europe from 100 volt to 240. Then you have the the secondary MIDI in and out, very useful to connect instruments. Then we have the USB 3 cable here and the Thunderbolt, so you can use one of those. If you don't feel comfortable using the Thunderbolt, you can use the USB 3. There's the insert for the remote control of the unit, which is sold separately. It's very useful, but in my case, since the unit is going to be here on the desk, it's completely redundant, so I didn't buy that. Then right here we have the in and out for the ADAT with the digital connection, which can be used with one of these cables. I'm probably using this one for my main out. You can also have in as some extra channels. Then we have the MIDI connection, which I'm not going to be using because this is useful when you have those kind of mixer with a lot of tracks and those kind of things. And that's why this unit is USB 3 and Thunderbolt, because in order to handle this connection, you have to have this kind of data, this kind of connection. Then we have work clock in and out, which I'm not going to use because it's not connected to anything else. Then we have the IS in and out, of course. Then we have all the ins and out, which are in TRS format on the back of the unit, because we have also 4 preamp on the front of the unit. So pay attention to this particular, because if you are planning to use this unit with using all the 4 preamps, they're going to be in the front, so you are going to have cable sticking out of here. So in my setup it's kind of uncomfortable, because I'm going to have the cable right on the desk, so it's going to be uncomfortable for me. Instead of using the back of the unit, which kind of keeps you all the cables locked away and out of sight. Then we have all the connection here for the balance, line outs and inputs, and then finally here a couple of line out, level out. But the signal that has to come inside here must be on the level side, so you cannot connect microphone directly here. If you want to connect the microphones, you have to do it on the front of the unit. You have 4 preamps here, wonderful, available whatever you want, but the problem is that they are on the front of the unit, so you're gonna have a cable sticking out of here. If you put it on the left, or worse on the right or on the back, you're gonna have cable sticking out of here. So I'm not planning to use this one for the moment, so I'm going to use the TRS connection. So you're gonna need cables like this, okay, for the out and also for the in. And this will accept line level signals, so instrument or signals coming out of preamps, for example, but not microphones. Then on the front, apart from the aforementioned 4 preamps, you have 2 independent phones out. It's going to be very interesting to have 2 independents out just for the phones, another extra MIDI in and out, and the memory. You can insert a memory stick, a USB memory stick, or a disk, for example, to actually record everything that the unit records, because this is class USB class 8 compliant, so it can actually work by itself, just connected with the electric current, and you can actually connect your microphone here, and you can actually record everything without a PC, because you can actually resolve all the function here on the front panel. And a lot of high-end gear have a tendency to offer this a feature for you, because if something happens to the PC and some glitches, or I don't know, the current goes out, whatever, for whatever reason, some parts of the songs are not recorded, you can also have it as a backup here. And there are some utilities on their website. You actually extract the file, there will be recorded in your USB stick or whatever, okay, and we put in a computer to have a security and to actually work on them. Then you have this knob here that controls every single function. I'm not going to go in detail because this is just an unboxing. Okay, also inside the box you're gonna have a paper manual, which is kind of unusual these days, because everything is online, and in fact you can actually download the PDF version of this manual, which was reading before I bought this unit, but still you have the actual paper manual, just like in the high-end musical stuff, just like for example in the music industry, in all the Mesa Boogies, they have the actual paper manual. And also you have these 4 rubber feet for the unit. Then you have a couple of cable, okay. One is for the current, okay. One is for the current. It depends if you are in the United States or the Shuko if you are in Europe, just like in my case, okay. And then you have some extra cable, for example, an optic cable, which is not very long, but still is useful. You have an optic cable to connect with the digital connection. And then you have an USB 3 cable, which is I'm gonna open because I'm gonna use it right away, because I'm planning to connect this one with the USB 3. This is a USB 3 cable. Okay, this is a USB 3 cable. Of course, you don't have the Thunderbolt cable. You have to buy it by yourself separately, which is kind of disappointing actually, because you would think that with the price of this unit, which is kind of expensive, a professional unit, you will also get a Thunderbolt cable, since this is a Thunderbolt interface. But no such thing. They are not the only ones doing this, because even the Lynx, the Aurora, they don't give you the extra cable, the Thunderbolt cable, which is kind of annoying, because it's another, for at least a couple of meters or something like that, it's another 50 euros, so I don't know, something like that. They could have saved the trouble to the people. You can actually including one Thunderbolt cable in the box, because they can buy it in bulks, so they can actually offer you a good price, because it's a very expensive unit. And not finding a Thunderbolt cable and having to buy it separately is kind of disappointing.